The timing of Hayden Panettiere's final podcast appearance has taken on a heartbreaking significance following her death at 36. Podcast host Jay Shetty, who interviewed Panettiere on his show On Purpose just 3 months before her death, shared an emotional tribute to the actress on Instagram Tuesday, August 18th. "Dear Hayden," he began, "I've been devastated and heartbroken since I heard the news. I'm in shock and have been processing for the past day on your legacy and our loss." Shetty, 38, looked back on their conversation and described having Panettiere as a guest as a privilege. But what she told him afterward has made the interview especially difficult to revisit now. "After the episode, you told me it was truly healing. You said I was now like a big brother to you and that I helped you be brave," he wrote. "But Hayden, you were the brave one. You were courageous, resilient, and so incredibly strong through so many difficult moments in your life. You should never have had to experience the things you did." He continued by reflecting on the impact Panettiere had beyond her work in Hollywood. "I hope you know how loved you are, how many people you helped, how your vulnerability moved others. My heart and prayers are with you, your daughter, your family, friends, and fans. Rest in peace, Hayden." Panettiere's May appearance on Purpose was striking because of how openly she discussed the difficult chapters of her life. Rather than focusing only on her career, the conversation explored her childhood in the spotlight, her family relationships, motherhood, grief, and her efforts to move forward. At one point, Panettiere spoke with optimism about what she believed was a new chapter in her life. "Let's see where my life is going to go. Because I finally feel like I have shaken all of this darkness and negativity," she told Shetty. "And that means I've closed one door, and another door is opened, and I can feel it opened." The Heroes alum then added, "I feel like I have a lot more life to live." Those words now carry a particularly painful weight. Panettiere also remembered what it was like growing up as a young actress while trying to fit in with other children. She discussed her complicated relationship with her mother, Leslie Vogel, and addressed the difficult decision to give her ex-fiancé, Vladimir Klitschko, custody of their daughter, Kaya, who is now 11. Panettiere made clear that the decision was anything but simple for her. "The idea that anybody would think that I would just give away my child and be okay with it is heartbreaking," Panettiere said at the time. "Couldn't be further from the truth. I would have burnt the world down for my child, so that was incredibly difficult." Panettiere and Klitschko welcomed Kaya in 2014, a year after becoming engaged. They ended their engagement in 2018, but remained on good terms while co-parenting their daughter. In fact, Panettiere described their relationship as unusually close, despite their separation. "Vlad and I are very close," Panettiere said on the podcast. "Vlad and I are still best friends. There's not many people who know me in this world as well as he does. And I know that we still have an incredible amount of love for each other. And most importantly, we have an incredible amount of respect for each other." The conversation also turned deeply personal when Panettiere spoke about her younger brother, Jansen, who died in 2023 at just 28 years old. She described him as someone who understood her in a way few others could. "He was my rock. He was the only other person who fully understood everything about me," she said, while acknowledging how hard it was to feel that she had failed to keep him safe. That grief was part of a much larger story Panettiere had been willing to share publicly, one marked by difficult experiences, family struggles, motherhood, and an effort to rebuild her life. News of her death emerged Sunday, August 16th. An investigation remains ongoing, and while her autopsy has been completed, it found no signs of trauma that would have contributed to her death. An official cause of death has not yet been released. Dispatch audio obtained by People, however, referenced an overdose and cardiac arrest around the time of her death. For now, many of the questions surrounding Panettiere's death remain unanswered. But her final conversation with Shetty leaves behind something more immediate. Her own words about finally feeling that the darkness was behind her and believing she still had more life ahead. And that makes the interview, recorded only months before her death, an especially poignant part of the legacy she leaves behind.